Oh, hey, Survivor fans! This is Chad with the another review of One World. This time it's episode 6. Sorry I got in a little late this time. I got home really late from work last night around 10:30. I wasn't able to catch the episode till I got off work today. I had to work early today, so I caught it when I got home, watched it, ate dinner with my parents, and now I'm here doing this review. A lot of stuff happened this episode. It's been pretty much a historical episode. There's another evac. I'm going to give you a summary, and then I'm going to tell you what actually happened. There's been another evac, and a historic Survivor First happened at Tribal Council, and I'll get into that too. So let's get down to business, shall we? As always, they did a review of last week's episode, which I hated, so I hated seeing that part. So I wish I could fast forward, but unfortunately CBS.com, you can't do that. But anyways, it is what it is. They start off automatically coming off Tribal Council, and automatically Colton and Alicia are ganging on Christina and being mean to her and basically bullying her, which I did not think was right. So they start off with that spiel, and it goes on more in the episode, and then they go to the Solani tribe camp, and the only funny thing I noticed was Kat saying something out of the ordinary, saying something that to the effects that I had a dream last night, and I was just shopping at the mall, and Alicia killed me in my dreams. I thought it was kind of funny, but it was just kind of out there, so I didn't know what was up with that, but it was funny to me. I don't know, but unorthodox but funny. And then they got a tree mail stating about the challenge, about winning something sweet, and then something they play in the backyard. So they go to the reward challenge, and the challenge looked pretty fun. You climb up steps, you bounce a ball, and then you hit a target. And we find out the reward was for ice cream. So they go into the challenge. There's a couple things I've noticed in this challenge that I don't know if anybody else knows, but Jeff really ripped Alicia in this challenge. He insulted her several times. Like, I have a few written down. Throws like a little girl, and my nephew could throw better than that. I just want to know why Jeff really ripped into Alicia. I don't know. She's a villain, so I don't know. Villainess. I don't know if that has part to do with it, but or makes for good TV. But and also, I don't know if anybody knows this, but Tarzan last week somehow tripped on a tree branch, and I guess he messed up his knee pretty bad. But he actually did really well in that challenge. He toughed it out, and he did really well. He scored the majority of the points for the Manano tribe, and yeah, I know I've been kind of bashing him because I think his speeches are weird and all that, but I really have to give him mad props for toughing it out and doing really well. I was like really not shocked, but it was like, wow. I mean, I give him a thumbs up for that because, man, he toughed it out. Even bad knee and all, he did really well. So that's my take on that. Of course, Solani wins. But the Manano tribe, they didn't get totally blown out. They actually put up a decent fight. So that was a pretty good challenge. I mean, it wasn't a total blowout. So it was a pretty good challenge. Of course, Solani wins. They go off to the ice cream parlor to enjoy the ice cream. Nothing much to note there. But when we go back to the Manano tribe, more of the Colton and Alicia bullying / getting up on Christina, and it keeps going on for several minutes. It was really hard to watch. I just don't like the whole bullying thing at all. It upset me because I don't know. I'm against bullying totally. It just didn't seem right to me. It was. But then they go into the nighttime, and Colton's brain starts to hurt, and look who consoles him, the girl he bashed. And I want to elaborate on this for a few minutes. Christina showed compassion towards somebody who was hateful and spiteful and mean to her, and that's kind of heroic, and it was showed compassion, and hopefully after Colton watches this episode at home or whatever, he could maybe he can learn from that, and most of America, of society, can learn to be compassionate towards everybody, not be so cold-hearted, mean, because I think that's most of society the way they are, and maybe people should watch this episode and take a lesson from Christina, because she showed the way a person should be, kind of heroic and compassionate, even to the ones that step on our toes and kick us down, and be compassionate to a point. But she really showed how a person should be, and was kind of heroic. So I give her mad props for that, for being compassionate to somebody that's a snake. And I was like, really, that was pretty cool to me. But I mean, I would have done the same thing. I mean, so and that's all I got to say about that. But it was really, really cool to see that, and for her to do that. But later on the day, Colton runs down the jungle. He eventually goes down in pain. Christina finds him again and plays the heroic role. And again, I gotta elaborate on this again. Lesson, great lesson to learn. Be compassionate to everybody the best you can. And so she runs off and gets medical. Medical pretty much says it's appendicitis. So they examine him for a few minutes, and eventually they come to the conclusion he has to be evac'd and taken out of the game. Jeff brings up the idol, and he does ask, could he give it to anybody? And after that, they bring the tribe in, and they were all pretty much sympathetic and upset, except Alicia, for her own reasons. She's realized she's kind of screwed now, so so take that for what it is. Colton does keep the idol for himself, but I'll elaborate on that for a minute. That was kind of selfish, I think, but I'll elaborate on a point later. But so they evacuate him, and Jonas says something like the fact that Karma bit him in the butt, and I agree. I agree. Karma did get Colton, and he deserved it, but I don't believe that he should have gotten it that way. Yes, I did want to see him out of the game for the racist remarks that he made to Bill and the way he blindsided my favorite player this season last week. But, I would rather seen him humiliated the way he did to the other people than see that, But that's just me. But at least he's out of the game, even though it's not the way I would have seen it happen. I would rather see him humiliated and all that. But it is what it is. He's out of the game. Happy for that, because I couldn't stand no more of the drama and the stupid comments, remarks, and all that. But like I said, I would have rather had it happen in another way. So, like I said, elaborate on a couple points here. Christina was the star of the show with her compassion and heroism. So maybe everybody can learn from that. All right, that's enough on that. So both tribes go back, and both got tree mail, and it said basically that both tribes will go to council, and so they go to tribal council. No one gets voted off. Basically, the tribal, they talked about Colton getting evac'd and the idol, which there's some speculation. Yeah, at least he told Sabrina that he kept it as a souvenir. And they talk about Colton and all that. But the big thing that happens, the tribe merged. First time in Survivor history this happened so early on in the game. Survivor first. I don't know what to think about it. I think it's going to get a lot more hectic. Now, when they merge, it's individual challenges. Every player out for themselves. But now, if you notice statistically, it's 6 women and 6 men. So basically, it's back to the two concepts. Back to two concepts. I'll get to the other one in a minute. It's men versus women, and now we also learn they go back to the one world concept under one beach. So think about this for a second, okay? You got individual, everybody fighting their own challenges, and they're all living under one beach. Think about that, how hectic and interesting that's going to be. So that's all for the episode. Now, I've been catching up on Twitter and chats between Alicia and Christina. Basically, Alicia apologized to Christina for her actions. I just now caught that. I was like, well, that's good to know, and to know that some people can learn from the game. So I give Alicia props for that. The other thing I want to bring up that's interesting, and I want to know if this is truth or not, but I read somewhere that Colton had an article, I think it was on realityblurred.com, that Colton was interested in giving up the Isle to Jay, actually, and the producers wouldn't allow it because it wasn't on his tribe. So I don't know whether to believe that, because it is online, but so I still think Colton is a selfish brat, whatever you want to call him, for his remarks to Bill and all that. So I don't know what to think of that. So, but anyways, it is what it is. So that's my thoughts on this episode. Very historical episode. Pretty good episode. So shoot me an email. I'm on Twitter, ChackandCade1. So see you next week. Peace.